Midnight Madness over here with the Common Sense Investor. Come on in. Let's get it going. I'm going to be talking about the reverse stock split a little bit tonight. I'm working on the slides for the video and give y'all a couple minutes to get notified, know that we're live and everything. Send the link to my Discord. I'll be over there in just a second. Y'all give me just a minute. Get the link. Get a shareable link. Discord. Boop 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 boop. All right. Get back over here to y'all. What's happening? Tank, what's going on? Taker, Jeff, TV, Paul. Paul, you don't ever miss a show, huh? Gordon Mack. What's going on? 12 o'clock, midnight. You know, some of us are creeping at midnight. What's up, Edward? We're talking about the reverse stock split tonight. I'm working on the slides. Let's see. I think this is it. Yeah, I'm working on the slides for the reverse stock split. Understanding the AMC reverse stock split. The video will be out in the morning. And how there's 517 million AMC shares and 929 APE shares combined together. There's 1,447,430,000 shares. Once everything is done, but then you do the reverse stock split, and this is going to drop down to 144 million. Well, we'll talk about that. I ain't finished making the slides. I'm just letting y'all know that this is the number of common stock. I went to the filing with the SEC and got these. And then the next slide is going to be the reverse stock split slide, where it shows you just take one of these numbers off, and that's going to tell you what the new number is. What's going on, everybody? Gordon, that's cool. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, listen, I don't like, all I can say is that's his opinion. All right. It was good enough to where Allegheny didn't respond to it. What's going on, Lee? Allegheny didn't respond to it. They left it up to the special master. Yeah, he don't know it's me, which is cool. It's better that he give his opinion not knowing it was me. Man, I've been up for a couple of hours, and chances are I'll be grabbing me one of them Bud Ices in just a little bit. Two things I make sure to keep in the refrigerator: Bud Ice and rotisserie chicken for the dogs. They get rotisserie chicken every other day or so from Walmart. It's their TREAT. I can't say the word. What's going on? Reverse stock split. What y'all know about the reverse stock split? Somebody schooled me on this reverse stock split. Why do we have to have it? Because I heard in one live tonight, because I had to do some watching of the other YouTubers and things, and in one live stream, somebody said, why Can the judge say no to the reverse stock split? No. The judge, I don't think she has that power. The reverse stock split has to happen. It has to happen. There's no way out. It has to happen. If you're going to have a conversion, you're going to have a reverse stock split, or you're going to be able to vote to raise the float. Because see, the problem here that we have with APE shares right now is that the float of AMC is basically 525 million. And that's it. You can't have no more shares of AMC above your cap. Now, you want to put APE into AMC. Well, there's only one of two ways to do that. You either raise the amount that you can have in AMC, which would be, according to what I just showed you, we would have to raise the float to 1.5 billion in order to convert APE without a reverse stock split. But see, here's the thing. If you stop the reverse stock split, you cannot have a conversion. You have to have a reverse stock split. Well, there's other ways around. You can have a reverse stock split. You can have a stock buyback program where the company can purchase the stock and remove it off the market, and that lowers your outstanding share count. So you can do a share buyback. You can do a reverse stock split. Bring your float down is still 525, but in the reverse stock split, you bring the shares down, and then you can convert the APE. But the problem is, APE has to reverse it also, because if it don't, they have to have 1 billion shares of AMC. What's up, Michael? 24 the money. There you go. Mod Paul. I'm not sure. I'm going to try. I don't think I haven't really got into that. Let me look. Channel. Let me see where I add mods. Community. All right. Let me see. Where are you at? Paul. Paul. Gaines. Gains. Oh, da. There he is. All right. Now, Paul's a moderator. Ask and ye shall receive. Rule with moderators, very simple. People can express their opinion as long as they're respectful. Come over here with that bullshit. I don't block nobody. You realize I've had this channel. I went over to one YouTuber, a YesTuber, and he had a live going on. So I said, okay, well, I'll comment, and be nice. I'm nice. And I commented a really nice comment. When I hit return, I realized he blocked me. And I'm like, why would you block me? I don't come and be rude to anybody's channel. Why would you block me? Yes, I watched. She just had a 2-hour video. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. Somebody acts stupid, hit them in the head with the wrench. You watch Chancery Daily, CSI Real Talk. I'm in California. So Carolina, go Gamecocks, no postcard, 600 shares, didn't object, but still a no tuber. Your best advice. Okay, you didn't object. Listen, if you didn't object, that's no big deal. I objected. 150 other people that saw my objections and liked them, they objected. 278 people that saw Al's lives and his form, they objected. So if you didn't object, you ain't got a problem. Don't worry. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. If you objected, all right, and your name is not on the list, let me pull the list up if I got it. Yeah, right here. 441, I think it starts. What is this? Yes, a 700 page. 541. 541. There it is. 544. All right. I'm going to switch over. I won't be able to see your comments. I think the judge is going to rule on the side of retail investors because she does not. She could be labeled as supporting criminals. She has a reputation to uphold, so she may do the right thing. She's going to do the right thing, I believe. The fact that she challenged them with the postcards and they didn't want to do it, and she challenged them anyway, and they didn't want to do it, and she told them that's what, and they still didn't do it. They got that battle coming up. Okay, if you did not, did you file it under Paul Gaines? Paul? Okay, you're not on that list. GHI. God damn, that list is long. Nope, you're not on the list. Exit strategy. My exit strategy. Shit has changed, boy. Shit has changed from when we started this play. We used to holler $1,000 a share. Well, I never hollered that. I felt it was going to go to 700, to be honest with you. Today, I think I'll be lucky to get out of this motherfucker alive, to be honest with you. That reverse stock split's going to kill me. It's going to kill me. I hate the fact of these reverse stock splits. Now that companies can just do that, they figured out that they could just do that. It's not worth an individual being in the stock market, people. If like, for example, I say it all the time, I use Highcroft. If I got 10,000 shares of Highcroft, all right, and they do a reverse stock split, and they're doing it up to 25, but if they just do a 10-to-1, my 10,000 shares goes down to 1,000. So my dividend portfolio is going to be fucked. unless when they doing a dividend, does the dividend increase by 10? That would be a good question. I'm working on that right now. Should you, let's see what you got to say. You should remind us in every video with how much our average AMC share will be after the reverse. I'm working on that video right now. Because see, people are telling me I'm wrong about the arbitrage. And what they don't understand is a lot of times, like in this particular case, you want to get to the end of the process and you explain the end of the process. And then it confuses people and they don't understand, how did you get to this conclusion, such as AMC has to fall, all right, and APE has to go up and they're going to meet in the middle. But you're not explaining to people why that's going to happen. And that's what I'm trying to share with everybody. When I do my videos, they're pretty much, that's why you don't see me pick up my phone like Donahue and do videos all day. And I appreciate Donahue for them updates, by the way. Some people are talking shit, but during the day, it's nice when I open my phone and I see there's an update there and Donahue is updating me or Lou's updating me. I watch Lou too. And things like that. So I don't have a problem with that with them. And I just can't do it. I can't hold the phone up and just shoot. I have to, I'm more of a teacher and I have to make slides and I have to show you this is why this is this way. And like Donahue's like a news source that puts out any information that he comes across during the day. And I can appreciate that. What will it be after the reverse stock split? There's a whole bunch of things that you have to take into consideration, such as you cannot convert APE into AMC. There's 950 million apes out there. There's no room in the float. So you have to have a reverse stock split, or you could do a stock buyback program, or you can vote to increase the float to 1.5 billion, which isn't good. But then again, if you do that, then you can do a stock buyback. There's all kind of different directions to go. The fastest and easiest way to go is the reverse stock split. I just don't like it, but that's just the facts. That's right. Let me put that up. If you did not get on the list, if you objected and you do not see your name on the list, she said it's very simple. 2 sentences. Put your name and address, the lawyer's address, and email. I send in an objection and I notice I am not on the list of shareholders who showed proof of ownership and wanted to opt out or not opt out. However, whichever form you whichever direction you want to take. Don't opt out. Don't opt out. The thing about opting out, people, is this settlement's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And if you opt out, then you're not even going to get to 1.1 for 7.5. You won't even get that if you opt out. We're trying to get something better for us. It's not going to be what everybody likes, but we're arguing for a better settlement. But if you did not get a postcard, then all I can tell you is write the attorney and say, show proof of ownership and say, why did I not get a postcard? But be polite. Stephen, what's going on? Ed, Mike's in the house. Is there a list somewhere that shows all stockholders that is publicly available? You know as well as I do that this stock is way oversold. What is the court doing to discover all those shareholders? Okay. Don't get mad, because I'm just going to tell you the truth. That's not the judge's problem. All right. Share counts, shareholders, and so forth, that's not her problem. When we holler at her and wish that she would do a share count or a share recall or what, that's not outside of her area. All she's there to do is figure out, is this settlement fair and in the best interest of the shareholders or not? And she'll come back and tell them, it looks like it's fair. Go ahead. Or due to the number of objections, she could say, I think y'all need to go back to the drawing board. Now, they probably at the drawing board right now. You can probably expect either something more from AMC or, well, more from AMC. And by that, I mean, they'll be putting in a new proposed settlement that perhaps the judge can look at. Looking over all the evidence, looking over all the complaints, looking at like mine, they say, okay, we're not going to go 1 for 7.5. What about 1 for 5? Well, that's still not good. We need better than that. We need compensation, motherfuckers. Mexican Silverback, where in the hell have you been? I ain't seen you. I've been going live now for about 3 or 4 times, and if you're going through the chat so fast, I guess I don't see you, but I haven't seen you in ages. The address to write? Yes, I'll post the address. I guess I need to go over there and type up something and tell everybody. If you did not get on, look at the list. I'll post the link. I'll tell you what page it starts on. If you objected and you're not on the list, all you have to do is write the attorney. Okay? And the attorney will put your name on the list. Yes, Chancery Daily is her YouTube. Yes. There's all kind of things. Listen, and it was Chancery. I think I can say it now. It was Chancery that I said something, and she said I would hold off on that because there's all kind of loopholes that they've got set up that they can get away with doing just about anything. Honey bee in the house, honey horse. As a shareholder of AMC since August of 22, when 8 came out, I lost my train of thought. You left a message telling her it was a day late. It's because, listen, that ass spanking, AMC gonna get an ass spanking behind these postcards. I respect that. I know you watch, and I see that when you can, you hear. So we appreciate you. Hey, honey horse. Reverse stock split. It's evil. Except in a convertible situation, you have to have it. You have to lower your float to the amount that you can bring over ape. That's why they're doing a reverse stock split. I don't agree with it. I don't, and I say no. We don't have to convert ape right now. I just want it over too, man. Mother, I just want this shit. Oh, I never want to make an AMC video again. Prometheus in the house. You like me, man. Everywhere I go over there. I look at this one, you there. You'll go over there. Look at this one, you're there. Come over here, you're here. You're everywhere. Somebody want to come on live and talk to us? Who wants to come on with me? I dare y'all. You just can't talk about killing Anna Marin. we don't talk violence. We don't talk violence. We talk shit. Yes. Well, in order to convert, if you reverse stock split ape, now it goes from 9 billion to 900 million. Or excuse me, it goes from 900 million to 92 million. You'll have 92 million of apes that you have to transfer over. Now you have a choice. Either you can reverse stock split your AMC and make room for those apes. All right, because right now the float is full. They cannot add to it. All right. In order to bring ape over, you have to lower the float enough for ape to fit in. She don't focus on AMC, David. She is a reporter for the court, and AMC just happened to fall into her lap like she was talking about tonight. And this case here is time consuming, and they wish they would have never got this case. Hey, oh yeah, I forgot to go like my own shit, huh? I got to go like my post. Hold on a second. I can see if y'all talking shit, though. Here it comes. Boom. 55. 55. 56 out of 160. Y'all better like that damn post. What I want to tell you, what I'm trying to explain with this reverse stock split is, like, think of a glass of water and it's completely full. But you got this pitcher over here with more, and you need to pour that into the glass. Well, you can't because the glass is full. So you got to drink some of it, pour some of it out, whatever the case may be. But you have to take out enough of the water so that you can pour the rest this water into it. It's like this is ape trying to pour into AMC, but the glass is full. The float is capped. We cannot add, and that's part of the hustle, people, by the way. I figured out what their hustle is. They're using these L notes. The L notes are convertible. And when the stock run up from 3 to 12 on January 27th, they converted their notes and they had to be given AMC shares. And then they sold them shares on the open market. And that's what caused the price to fall on 27th or 28th. Who's got 1,000 shares of AMC? I'm out. I can't roll one. And I called my friend today, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, I'll swing by there." And the motherfucker never came. Oh, listen, I was on Denaro's live, and I wrote out a sentence, and I said something like 52 billion, and I capitalized billion, but there was a whole sentence there. I just wanted to emphasize billion and not million. And them motherfuckers check me, don't use caps. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? You just checked me behind using caps, and all I capped was billion. So I don't give a fuck if you use caps. Caps mostly in a stream and in a chat. That's for like people who have a question. You know, they're not chatting with one another like some of y'all are chatting and getting along right now. Space Ape, I see you here. James Lee. But if you have a question, I don't mind the caps. Capitalize your questions. Some people, will super chat the question. Just cap it. Put all caps and I'll see it. I don't play all them fucking rules like some of these other YouTubers do. Awesome. Awesome. I love Keenan Grace, James. Yes. When the float lowers, we're gonna have 144 million shares of AMC. We also are going to have right at 7 million new AMC shares due to the lawsuit. So we're going to have about 150 million float. So that's going to give him 400 million new shares of AMC that he can sell. Now, you could dress the pig any way you want and put lipstick on it and say we're doing it to raise money to save the company. But what you're really doing is adding to our float. There's other ways we can raise money. Why do all these CEOs, why does our CEO, who claims to be so fucking smart, think that reverse stock split is the only way to drop the float? It's not. I don't know her name. I doubt very seriously Chancellor and Daly is her name. She's not a shareholder. She said she's not. She's just covering the news. She's not biased. This is the way it is. And I appreciate that. I don't want nobody 1,100 shares of AMC, 1,700 shares. Yeah, I figure they're going to talk about my position size. I have to say yes to that question right there. I don't believe he's buying all the bullshit anymore. There's another one that I seen. Mustache. Mustache is pretty much distancing himself away from Cowboy Clown. And it's because he realizes the bullshit, you know. And Mustache is a little bit behind. He's covering the news that we covered about 9 months ago, but it won't be long. He's a pretty smart kid and he'll catch up. I like old Scav. When Moon Friday, we Moon Friday. Listen, if it was me, I'm going to be honest with you. If it was me, I would be making millions off that YouTube channel. Millions off of that AMC YouTube channel. You could do a stock buyback program. You could introduce the stock buyback program, and the revenue that was going to be used to buy it would be YouTube revenue. He could say that any revenue coming in from YouTube is going to the stock buyback program. And that lowers our float. Every month we could lower our float. Listen to everybody. Don't follow anybody. Use your own instincts. I don't know if I'm going to sit still. I'm supposed to sit still till the 21st. I'm not supposed to say anything to the court till the 21st. But damn, I want somebody to argue with. I love legal work. You know, when it boils down to it, legal work is simply debating. Who's the best debater? And I'm going to tell you the answer to that. People will tell me, oh, it's the person that does the research, and oh, it's the person that's got the experience with public speaking. Listen, the only thing you need is passion. Passion. That's what runs my YouTube channel. And once AMC and the situation with AMC's over with, the passion will be gone. There won't be no need to make videos, or you won't see me making videos. Unless, of course, I get that auto trading bot set up. Once I get my auto trading bot set up and I'm confident in its ability, then and I set in my strategies, like I was sharing with Owning the Float. It costs $250 to open the account, and you have to attach your brokerage firm to it. And what happens is I take the bot that ChatGPT made me and I implant it into that trading platform, and the bot will trade for me automatically. I won't have nothing to do. I could run off and go to the Mississippi beach if I want to, come home and find out that my trading bot made 6 trades for me that day. Yeah. Oh, listen, do you realize this AMC bullshit is slowing me down so much? People ask me, what option plays are you in? Listen, when you buy options, you have to concentrate. You have to focus. You got a lot of stuff to look at. There's a lot of things that move an option. And right now, just last night, I had to read that. So I don't have time to do the research, so I leave it alone. I don't need the money. I just want the money. All right, hold on. That's cool. Let's get it on. AMC has been squeezed dead for a while. Give it up. First off, why do you care that I'm holding on? I don't care if somebody messaged me and say, look, I sold everything. I just say, oh, well, okay. But why would you care that I'm holding on? Because the money in my wallet is none of your business. Now, can you tell me why the squeeze is dead? No. I know why. I know how they killed the squeeze. I know how they killed it. They used notes, the convertible notes. When that stock run up, they would convert them notes and it would push the stock back down. Now we're at the cap. We didn't just show up at 517 million, 525 million. It just didn't happen overnight. Shit was going on. What was going on? When the price would run up to 12, they convert the notes. And when they convert the notes, they get AMC and APE. And they wasn't supposed to be getting APE, because that was before APE was even created. I'm a master debater. If you forgot to send proof of shares, very simple. Just write in and send a copy and say, I apologize. I missed the fact that I was supposed to send this, and you're good. But your objection's in there. It doesn't matter. She's gonna see it. Oh Lord, my cigarettes. Said I got a very low average. I'll make money. Yes, I've been averaging down and I've been buying APE. Why? Because APE is an AMC share, people. Yeah, I screenshotted mine and they accepted it. Just make sure it's got your name and the shares amounts. No more share crypto with Weeble? Really? Fuck. Hold on. Because I got Weeble. And I keep my SHIB in there. Boy, SHIB. What a love-hate relationship. I'm down $4.68 on my ape. I use Weeble for that though. Why? Because it's just my change. I got, if I could show you, I got $14.87 in SHIB. But the next time, which will be very soon, probably Monday or Tuesday, I'll send over some more money and I'll buy a few more ape with it because I'm going ape heavy. You sold ape at 470? It's not gonna dip, babe. It's at its base price. You're not gonna AMC. I mean, ape is a dead cat. Ape is Billy laying in the middle of a fucking road. And I did a video called Taking Ape Hostage. And by taking ape hostage, I meant if you refuse to do the conversion, then all Antara, let's use Antara for example. Antara has 240 million shares of ape. All right. Well, or AMC, which is it? Ape. No, AMC. They got AMC, right? It should rip, but every time I buy, like I bought last week, I rounded off my shares to zero in ape. I rounded it to zero just because. And with the change, I bought SHIB. And the moment I bought that motherfucker, it went, oh, and I said, I'll be a son of a bitch. Why can I not ever buy and the motherfucker run up? You're trying to buy it? Between 158, 161, that's the price of ape until the conversion. Now, the closer we get to the court date, you might see ape run, but they don't want ape to run. They need ape as low as possible so they can convert it when they, it's just, it's so simple to understand. When ape was 68 cents and they bought all those shares. Okay. Then soon, he's going to jail soon. After they bought all the shares, what they're doing now, they're dropping 1 million shares at a time, 2 million shares at a time, 500, whatever it takes to keep the price where it's at. Why? Because if it rises, you make less money on the arbitrage. Let's set the blast off. Rico for AA. This, of course, man, a fake bull market. But what happens when they can't fake it no more? They're faking a bull market, I agree. But what happens when you can't fake that motherfucker no more? I smoke too much. Just to let y'all know, I smoke too much. Y'all heard that? I don't know if I need. No, hold on. Oop, wrong one. Why is the reverse split important? Why do we have to have? Well, we don't have to have it. I know of at least two other choices, but in this particular case, why do we have to have a reverse stock split? Answer. Your SHIB, let me see. Hold on. My average is 87 on SHIB. And I'm not promoting SHIB. I only put my change. I tell y'all all the time, SHIB is my piggy bank. The split happens. You cannot put APE. Let's say this. If AMC's float was 100 million, then you could reverse stock split APE to where you have enough APE now to where you could put it into AMC, and you could probably around 400 million of the APE can go in. Your float maxes out, you can't put nothing else in. So the reason for the reverse stock split is to lower the float enough to where they can bring APE in. And when they do, put it this way, when they do the reverse stock split, AMC's float will be 51 million. Okay, 51 million. Because they did the reverse stock split. Now they can bring APE over, but there's still not enough room. They have when you 51 million and you got 525 million shares that you can bring over. Well, that's not enough. So you reverse stock split your APE, and now it fits. It's like trying to put, when you got too many of the convertibles and there's no float, it's kind of like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. You have to lower the floats to bring them together. That's how convertibles work if the float's full. Now, in January, the float wasn't full. And when the stock run up to 12, Silver Lake hollered, give us our AMC shares for these notes. So AMC swapped the notes, gave them AMC shares, and that raised the float. Then when the stock price run up again, you see Adam Aaron selling APE, but what he's really doing, they're converting their notes, and they have to give him the note. He gives them the AMC shares, and the float rises. And it continued to do that till it hit 525 million. Now they want to convert their notes, but they can't. See, right now we got them trapped big time. You can't convert your APE right now. So Antar's stuck with 200, and they're crying about that in the paperwork, by the way. It's not right. These are bona fide share buyers. I don't give a fuck. I'm a bona fide share buyer too, bitch. You need to worry about me too. But Antara, when they bought 250 million shares, it was conditional. Y'all say, well, it was conditional. What was the conditions of Antara buying AMC? Do y'all know APE? Do y'all understand the reason for that? Hey, Pam. You need goons that are lawyers. Ha ha ha. Tell y'all something. Y'all got a gangster here. Y'all got a gangster that don't give a fuck, and I got the knowledge that can beat these motherfuckers. I was reading over the I'll say it like this. I was reading the form objection, and it said, if the stock price drops below 100 million, then AMC And I was really, really shocked. I mean, they're right. This whole document, you just put your name in there and it's your arguments. That's not how it works. That's why I told y'all, don't just copy my shit. Let me show you. And then let me show you how you can do it. Because I don't want you just copying my shit. I want it to be your shit, your personal. I told y'all, if you agree with the misleading facts argument that I presented, then you can have that argument. You agree. Now take it and make it your own. They're so mad that y'all did that. It's stupid. They are so mad that I use ChatGPT and that y'all use ChatGPT. They are so mad about that. But I just Free Daily put up a post on Twitter, and she said she was sorry for talking shit about ChatGPT because she did it like she's supposed to. You got to train ChatGPT. ChatGPT works for you. All right. When you're working with ChatGPT, you're just supposed to think, I'm the boss and I'm telling ChatGPT what I'm wanting. ChatGPT is my paralegal and I'm asking it to go do the research and come back and show me what it found. Well, she did that. She used that on ChatGPT to interpret the new law that's coming out. And let me show y'all that tweet. Hold on a second. I'll show y'all the tweet. And ChatGPT's response. Now, what she did, she copied they got that they're going to be passing. She fed it into ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, oh, I love her little Twitter things. She's on Elon Musk's ass. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, Lord, let me share this with y'all. They selling to control the price. They don't want it to run up. She's showing a redacted version. Let's see. Musk is fighting to keep the identities of 95 unhappiest equity investors on the earth a secret. Redacted. That's what, when you hear redacted, that's what redacted looks like. I've seen so many documents that said that. Okay, here it is. Oh my God. I finally found a use case for ChatGPT. I'm sorry for everything I ever said against it. I put in the explainer for the proposal DGCL, that's Delaware Court laws, all right, to section 242D. They got a new law that they're trying to pass that they don't need shareholder approval to do shit. They can do whatever they want. And it speaks my love language, she said. Now, when you read it, ChatGPT's kind of being a smart ass. Listen to this. She asked ChatGPT to explain this new proposed law to her, and ChatGPT did. It said, oh, great, like we need more jargon. These 2023 amendments are like a secret handshake for corporations. This ChatGPT, they're all about this new section 242D, letting corporations wiggle out of getting stockholder approval for a bunch of stuff. You know, like doing a name change, getting rid of old provisions, and getting this, even letting them increase or decrease their authorized share without a vote. Talk about a power move. That's ChatGPT responding to her question. Here's the kicker, ChatGPT said. This new section 242D2 is like a magic wand for corporations to dodge the vote they have usually need for changing the number of authorized shares or doing a reverse stock split, whatever that is. And it goes on. But what I'm trying to show you is, do you see how ChatGPT is responding to her? And she stated that it's responding to her in her love language. All right. And this, she had to program it to talk to her like this. I can do it to where I've done it. And when I asked it about Adam Aaron, it said Adam Aaron's a piece of shit. So, and then I found out this week, because I went on a hunt, I got to try to prepare myself for when they're arguing about using ChatGPT. Do you realize ChatGPT's been used for a while in a place called Case Text, which is for lawyers? They have AI lawyers. If you Google AI lawyers, you're going to get a list of places where you can use artificial intelligence to research your case for you and even write it. It's been around for a year and a half. No, we don't. After Antara bought Ape, AMC was no longer the major shareholder. They are. I don't pay attention to the stock market as a whole. They can. You can program ChatGPT to speak to you as your girlfriend, and it's just like chatting back and forth with another person. Only you could say, okay, you're my girlfriend, and ChatGPT will start responding that way. Now, you're going to have some extra plugins maybe and a couple of apps if you're going to try to get a reach around. But they got robots that do that too. I don't want no robot giving me a reach around. What if that motherfucker malfunctioned all of a sudden and squeezes? Honeybee, you're prophesying, okay? You're prophesying. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. It's gonna fall. Why? Because they think they're being smart, but now we have grown in our intelligence of how things are, how they're doing things. And listen, he don't want to drop that float to convert Ape. That's not the purpose. I mean, they want it. Antara bought Ape at 68 cents. So imagine if we converted just today and AMC reverse stock split, their Ape at 68 cents, their Ape is worth $47. Now, once the conversion happens, the price is going to adjust. You got to know why, though. You just can't say because of market cap. Explain what market cap means then, but take the steps necessary to get to it. Just don't go and market cap. You forgot market cap. I ain't forgot market cap. At that point of the transaction, I don't give a fuck about market cap. I just got to get the 30-cent bananas. Once I have the 30-cent bananas, now I'm fixing to bring them home, and I'm looking at, okay, I got these bananas that I sell for 75 cents, and I get them for 40 cents, 45 cents. All right, so I make X amount of profit off of that. Now you got to say, okay, well, what about my apes or my bananas at 30 cents? And you filter that equation in. That'll give you a market cap. But you just can't jump to market cap. People don't understand that shit. Just like that Corex guy that's over on Tony's show now. He's trying to become famous and using my name up in videos and shit. And look, I'm being nice. You're not being nice, motherfucker. If you thought I was wrong and you know how to get in touch with me, then the point is this. Why don't you message me if you think I'm wrong? No, I'm going to run out and do a video and show CSI and talk about how he's wrong. And I messaged him back and I told him, I said, okay, I don't want to be an asshole either, but you're wrong. You're wrong. You're jumping ahead of the game. When you start talking market cap and the stock has to do this, you're getting ahead and people get confused. That's why the whole community is basically confused because the so-called people that know what they're talking about, they want to tell you, Lord have mercy, I'm getting fucked up. They're trying to tell you how it ends without telling you how to get to the end. Market cap's going to matter in the next video, but you just had to get the 30-cent bananas, get them over there to your shop, sit down now and be the businessman and figure out, okay, I got these many at 75 cents and I got these many at 30 cents. All right. So when I put these 30-cent bananas in there, what is that going to do to how much money I'm making? And I'll get to that. But you can't just jump to that and holler, look at the market cap. Don't work. It works. You can do it like that, but you're going to lose people. They don't understand. Now, when you watched my video the other day, did you not understand that there was a fruit stand across the town? You had to go get the bananas for 30 cents and bring them back. That's ape. You're trying to take ape and bring them back to your store and sell them for a profit. Now they want you to go, and this is what it's going to be. And everybody's confused. Adam Aaron said it's going to be $30 a share. They get mad. How does he know that? Well, there's a formula on an average of how much it'll be. And they want you, Mike. They want you, Common Sense Beats Intelligence. They want you, Space Ape, to listen to them and go, market cap says it's going to be this. Then they don't explain. How the fuck did that happen? That's just me. I am a stickler for starting at A and work your way to Z. You don't just jump to Z. And y'all see that in my videos. I want to tell y'all something, but I have to build up to it. I just can't say, and the reverse stocks. If I started this video off with the reverse stock split is a good thing. It's a good thing, and we want that. Y'all would have hollered about how I was paid off all of a sudden to where now I think the reverse stock split is a good thing. Now, I didn't say it was a good thing. I said it's a necessity. But before I can jump in and holler, you have to have a reverse stock split. And then people want to get upset, start arguing with you. They don't want it, or it's not good. You don't understand. It's a necessity. It has to happen. That's how conversions work. Boy, I'm way behind. I believe, it's only my opinion, but from what I've read and my interpretations, yes, they were selling unregistered shares. People wanted to argue with me about that. You can do that. No, you can't. You can give a promissory of once we release ape, like for example, Silver Lake. Silver Lake, you want to make a deal with us? Tell you what I'll do. We will give you 50 million ape when it's created in August. And they will say, okay, this is different. This is a financial statement showing they sold 800 something million AMC and they sold 800 million ape. 2 years before it was created, they sold it. They didn't give it as a promissory that when it's created, you'll get these 50 million. They sold it. They made cash off of it. What happened to the cash is my question. Now, Chance told me, be cool. She's had somebody look at it and they're analyzing it and they're going to get back with us. But, and I agree, there's a loophole in everything. And she said there's loopholes for them. They might be able to get away with that. Let's dig deeper. So I said, okay, let's dig deeper. I left it alone. I only brought it up now because somebody in the chat brought it up. Do I think they sold unregistered shares? Yes. And that's the hustle. that was going on with this. This is the blueprint of the scam they're using. Believe me when I tell you, they're following a blueprint. They need to drop that float, people, and then we'll have a spike up, maybe. Well, we should have a spike up, because what they're doing is, once we spike up, they convert their notes. They cannot convert their notes. They're stuck with them notes. They can't convert them. Why? Because the float's full. They have to lower the float. Once they lower the float, they can convert their notes into AMC shares. That's their hustle. That's what they're doing. And they'll fill up the float again, converting them notes, waiting for it to run up. They let it run up. They let it run up. They sell the fucking, or get the AMC shares and sell them on the open market. Go look at January 27th. Everybody's focused on January 28th, but something happened January 27th that was very important. That was when they changed in the notes and they received AMC shares. Now, they received AMC shares at the price it was fucking traded. So when they convert APE, you get the price of AMC. If you sell right away, be a motherfucker. I'm fucked up. Y'all don't even know. I lit the wrong end of the cigarette. How to escape it. I'm going to tell you the only way I see escaping this play, I can tell you how. I got to be careful what I say. I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm buying as many APE as possible. Now, I have a choice. I can buy APE now and prepare for the conversion, or I can buy AMC and get more of the 1 for 7.5 or whatever it'll be. What will the average be? I'll tell you what my average will be for AMC. My average for AMC, I'm not supposed to tell y'all. I get in trouble for that. That's some of them YouTubers that do that. You're not supposed to do that. I can't talk about that. If your average is $8 on AMC, then when it reverse stock split, then your average is going to be 80. If your average is $7.58, hint, hint, then when it reverse stock split, it's going to be $75.80. If it's $4.10 right now, it's going to be 41. I've got APE shares or AMC shares. I got AMC shares for $42. That means the average for those is going to be $420 after reverse stock split. There's no way for a retail investor to win in this market. All right, let me say it again. Let me show Kevin's comment. Sounds like you think the reverse stock split's going to happen. I've said that, people. It's going to happen. Why? Why is it going to happen? Because it's a necessity. You can't convert and go over your float. You have to bring your float down and bring APE over. There's only one way to do that. A reverse stock split, or I should say there's only two ways to do that. You can do a reverse stock split, or you can approve to raise your float. If we approve to raise the float, it's going to be 1.9 billion shares. So we don't want that. Well, I don't want 1.9 or 1.5 billion shares, 1.9 billion, whatever it would be. I don't want that. Well, then you have to do a reverse stock split. It's a necessity on a conversion. Now, in this case, because the float's full. Now, if the float wasn't full, if we was down to 25 million shares like we used to have, and we still had all these 525 million more, then they could reverse stock split 8 to 500 million and switch them over, but your float's full. And they won't be able to do their scam and their hustle. Let me tell y'all something. When that float reached its max, that's when they got pissed off. They can't do their hustle. But with Ape, it continued. If your average is $30, then your new average will be $300. And what's the chance of it getting there? I don't see it at all. We're in the middle of a lawsuit. That's what we're fighting now. I won't comment on Space 8. I won't comment on that. He better not visit no movie theaters down south, I can tell you that, because Georgia apes, Louisiana apes, Mississippi apes, Florida apes, we crazy apes. Don't come to a movie theater down here. We don't want to see you. If I walked in and seen Adam Aaron, and a friend of mine messaged me and told me, Indiana Jones has got a new movie. I said, I know. It's playing at the theaters. I said, bitch, I'm in AMC. I know what's playing at the movie theaters. And he wants to go see it. I said, well, cool. Me and you want to go see it? We'll go see it. And I'll shoot a video while we're there. I don't know who's buying up all the fucking popcorn, but somebody is buying up all the AMC popcorn at my Walmart. And motherfucker, when I run into you, we're going to do a video. Whoever's buying all that popcorn, I go to Walmart almost every day. I go to Walmart at least 4 times a week because he's got 2 or 3 things that he wants. So I just go run and get it for him. But while I'm there, I'm checking on my AMC popcorn. That shit was all messed up. One time I told that lady, I said, hey, that's my product. Do you mind getting this straightened out for me? She said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can buy both. Popcorn is cool. $5 on popcorn. I got a box over there right now. I seen somebody buying some Orville Redenbacher popcorn, and I almost stopped and said, hey, you don't want to try that. Try the AMC extra butter popcorn. It's fucking awesome. I should have stopped. I should have told him, but I thought it ain't none of my business what popcorn that man's buying. So don't get in his business. And that's how I live my life, man. Fuck it. Ain't none of my business. Oh, Lord. Well, one of my moderators get rid of this person? Common sense beats intelligence. He wants me to quit buying beer. What in the world's wrong with you, man? Then I couldn't do videos. I'm just kidding. Don't get rid of him. He's a friend of mine. Yeah, listen. Oh, hold on. Let me show y'all something. AMC popcorn. Whole box. Okay, got to pop it. I might pop some in just a little while. But look at this. Pop secret. Okay, with extra butter. Now, this is good popcorn. I bought this box. There's 2 left in it. And I said, when AMC come out, finally, I said, all right, finally AMC's come out with their popcorn. I still got that box over there. And I done went through 2 boxes of AMC and 2 boxes of the bagged popcorn. I have not tried the low sodium. When I eat popcorn, I want to taste the salt. I want to taste the butter. So I always get the extra butter now. But I've had that Pop Secret going on almost a month now because I just buy AMC popcorn. Why? Because that's my motherfucking company. I own that motherfucker. So when I buy this, I'm helping me. We just got to get rid of these motherfucking devils up there that's stealing all of our shit. I was reading through the documents, people, and it said that AMC raised 400, I think it said 38 million from selling Ape. Now, had they not done that, they would have only have had $16 million to operate a global movie theater. So, was the creation of Ape necessary? Yes. Did Adam Aaron mismanage it? Absolutely. Now, we needed the money, and Citigroup come up with the idea, sell your preferred shares. The board approved it. Everybody was on board. According to what I read in them paperwork, everybody was on board on how great this was until Adam Aaron got into it, and he sold it to Antara for the votes. Now, it's just my opinion, but Philip Lauder did not ride with Adam Aaron. He abstained from that vote. If he would have voted his shares for, do you understand what that means? When Philip Lauder, who they claim on other YouTube channels, how Adam Aaron and Philip Lauder are so close. I've got emails from them talking, and they're saying, we got a problem here. Vanguard has not turned in their shares, the vote for their shares. We need Vanguard to turn in their shares, vote for yes. They needed Philip Lauder and they needed JP Morgan, and they abstained from the vote, people. Now, you can not like a motherfucker if you want to, but when they're innocent, you let them alone. Now, the board and Citigroup, they got their own sin. Don't get me wrong. Citigroup come up with the idea. Citigroup sold the shares of Ape. Citigroup made a fee for underwriting that and finding the buyers for the Ape. That's what they were getting paid for. Okay. Are they dirty? Some say they are. I don't know. I haven't researched them. But I'm telling you, the concept of Ape was legitimate. It didn't get fucked up till Adam Aaron got his hands on it. Hulk Hogan's in here owning the float. Yeah. I was sitting back today, and you got to understand, this is how I do shit. I sit back today and I meditate. There's a 99.9% chance I'm not going to go to Delaware. I can handle my arguments through paper. And I told the lady, the vice chancellor, if you need me to come up there and argue this, I will. I gave her the choice. I didn't demand to intervene. If she thinks I should intervene, she'll say, okay. But I sat back today and I was laughing because I'm wondering, when I get in the courtroom and I'm facing off with these dickheads and I'm looking at them and it's my turn and I'm thinking to myself, I'm fixing to slaughter these motherfuckers. Slaughter them. because they cannot stand up to my arguments. Hey, it's Midnight Madness with the CSI. I sleep for about 3 hours a day. Owning the float. You all right? You want to come on? I put the link up there earlier, but nobody wanted to come on. I just woke up a couple hours ago. I had to watch the 2-hour chance video. I'll reiterate some of the things that she said. Number one, please, people, understand, don't contact that court. Go through the Allegheny lawyers. If you didn't get a postcard, write Allegheny and tell them. They have to take your letter and submit it. She's going to see it. Trust me. They're in so much trouble, people. I don't know how this woman, she's going to have the wisdom of God to figure out how is she going to make sure retail is compensated without bankrupting AMC. Bankrupting AMC is not the goal, people. I was a yes man. I was an Adam Aaron man. Go back and look at some of my other videos, man. I used to tell them, man, quit talking about Adam Aaron. Fuck him. Fuck you. Then I heard that bitch say, you're wrong. Y'all are all wrong. There are no synthetics. And I'm going, hold the fuck on. Now you making me mad because that's common sense that there's synthetics out there. Billions. I would think almost. I'm just going to throw a number out there. 4 or 5 billion. 4 or 5 billion. Yes. Do not message the court. Don't call the court. Quit listening to them knuckleheads. Listen, if you call the court, you could be the one that you're the straw that broke the camel's back. And the vice chancellor get fed up with us. You don't want that. Trust me. She's going to do it according to law, but she's human too. Don't make her mad at us. Nah, not burn it down. Not burn it down. There's a way. Listen, they can pay us if you were to break into a house and destroyed people's property and they found out it was you and you go to court, the court sentences you to $5,000 fine to pay for what you destroyed. You don't have it. Well, you have to pay monthly until you pay off that restitution that of what she's telling you. You have to pay them back. Same here is what I'm saying. We can set up a monthly payment from the lawsuit, and we receive that payment every month for 24 months, 36 months, however long the judge decides. That way we don't bankrupt AMC. I don't want to bankrupt AMC. I'm a long-term holder of AMC. The link. You just can't talk about killing Adam Aaron. Everything else is cool. You have to reverse. Did you just get here? No, you've been here. So I'll say it again. Honey horse, listen. Okay. Consider you have a glass of water. Consider this. Okay, this is their cookies. I can put more cookies in here right now. Why? Because it's down here. So I could put a box of cookies in here for them. Feel that? But now if this is full, then I can't put no more cookies in here. I can have a whole box of vanilla wafers over there, which I do, and I can pour into this box. Okay, why? Because this is there. But if it's full, I can't pour that box in here. Now, what's going on is AMC is full. All right, their bowl is full. They cannot take no ape. Ape cannot fit in here. Why? Because it's full. The float's full. We're at 525 million. You cannot bring ape and pour it into this right here. You can't do it. Why? In order to do that, you got to reverse stock split AMC or stock buyback. It's full now, Hulk. It's full right now, and that's what upsets them. They cannot convert their notes. That was the hustle that they're working. The note, these listen, hey, Antara made a deal with us on 100 million L notes, second whatever of the year, whatever. But it don't make a fuck. The point is they're convertible. At any time, they can go, we want to convert these notes. And they give them the shares. They can't do that. Why? Because there's no shares to give them. They have to lower the float. Once it lowers the float, and we're at 150 million, because that's where we're going to be, 150 million. Now, Adam Aron's buddies can turn in their notes. When the stock runs, they turn in the notes, get AMC shares, sell them on the market, and the stock falls. That's what happened in January. That is what happened in fucking January. When, imagine this is after the reverse stock split. Now, you see how much room is in there? There's enough room in there for 440 million AMC shares. So this, he could sell all this now because we're only here. All right, owning the floats here. No, buying Highcroft was not necessary. What's happening?
What's up, man? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I done switched from coffee to beer, so it's going to get crazy up in this bitch.
Synthetic shares, they do not exist. There's no synthetics out in the market. The market's a perfectly run place. And if you don't want to invest your money, invest it into a company like whatever you want to invest in, because the markets are perfect. There's no manipulation. There's no ladder attacks. There's absolutely nothing. And I think everybody's wrong. And there's no reason for us to keep on with the charade of saying there's corruption in the marketplace. That's only messing. What's up, man? What's up?
On the float said it. It must be true because on the float said it. That's how they act with Adam Aron. Well, Adam Aron said, "Oh, well, then gospel Jesus spoke." And lying son of a bitch.
Hey, thanks for coming on tonight,
Don't come to Louisiana.
Thanks for coming on tonight, man. And
come to Louisiana with that bullshit.
Yeah, seriously, man. Seriously. Thanks for coming on tonight and joining the live stream. I was only
I'm
going to live stream for like an hour.
I'm not your normal. Me? About an hour and a half now.
No, look, for me.
Now, I'm streaming on purpose because if I do a video, I can make good money. If I do a live stream, I will live stream for 2 hours and I make $6. So right. I make $3 an hour. And Tar's telling them he's doing it for clicks and views. Yeah, bitch, I made $6 in 2 hours.
You know, I like the comment. I don't know who made the comment, but somebody put a comment up, and it was just a while back saying that the price of popcorn is worth more than a share of AMC. Absolutely ridiculous. I actually like that. That's a very good comment.
That is a good point. This box of popcorn cost me more than AMC.
that is crazy, man. So when I saw that, I told him I'm going to make a video about that and put that up there. But, you know, were you listening about, you know, the idea of Adam Aron retiring in the next 2 years before they have to pay the interest on the debt that they have?
Have I heard anything about that?
Well, that's something that that Morantz was talking about too, because he was on after I came in, after you came off. Morantz rants jumped on, and he's saying that there's a possibility that he would think that Adam Aaron would probably dip out because Adam Aaron's talking about he's going to be on and he's going to stay here for 4 or 5 more years. He wants to see this thing through,
I
but
don't think so. Adam Aaron's ready to hit the door.
agree. I agree.
Man,
Somebody else.
wouldn't you? Bitch, I made $100 million off y'all. I'm out of here.
That's the way some people roll, man, and it's just crazy. It's unfortunate. It's just as all these things come to light, and all these things happen. I know there's people have questions. People feel like they're stuck. There's people that, honestly, to some degree, feel disgusted. I know that when I talked to Adam Aaron personally myself down in San Diego after I left there, man, I was just I was hit like a ton of bricks, because the way I thought and supported him for so many, let's say call it a year and some change, and then when it's all was a facade and it was all just BS to start finding out the truth and who someone really is, man, it's a tough pill to swallow. So I think a lot of people are understanding this right now. Now that doesn't mean the play's over, but there has to be this reverse split. So a lot of people asking, should we be in APE? Should we be in AMC only? Which is which? Should I be, APE heavy, AMC heavy? Should I just stay in both? Me personally, I put it out there. I'm in both. I have not done anything. I'm not going to do anything. For me, it's like, having, the arbitrage, probably, I think, depending on the price, it'll probably between 6,500. I think that's maybe up to $8,000, which I would make if I went totally just on APE. For me, it's just I really keep my capital gains, and just it is what it is, man.
I'll say it like this: I've got more APE than I have AMC. I understand the arbitrage, but be careful. The reason I say be careful, I know it's going to be kind of ugly, but be careful because you see who's promoting it. Who's promoting the arbitrage? And then I stop for a minute and I'm thinking to myself, do I trust him? And I'm thinking, if I don't trust him, then I can't trust his information. I need to look deeper. So should I sell my AMC and go all APE heavy? No. No. You just have to, honestly, like I've said it in the past, batten down the hatches and get ready for the storm. If you try to adjust here and try to adjust there, you're going to fuck up everything in your portfolio. You just got to ride the storm out.
Because what would happen if, let's say, you do go APE heavy and then the lawsuit doesn't go through, the reverse of the conversion doesn't go through, they dilute the crap out of APE, you lose everything.
Listen, I'm going to project into the future here, and almost everybody's going to be gone. And it'll be new people coming in. And we're going to reach the top of AMC's float again. We're going to hit the 550 million. Once we do that, what do you think the next step would be for AMC? They would start back over with APE, and they'll do the same process with APE. Then they'll do a conversion. They'll have to do, and it's all going to start over again. It's one big circle.
I think it depends who's going to be there. Adam Aaron going to be there, and all his execs, are they going to be gone?
Well, as long as the float is full, you can't convert.
Right.
We can't convert APE. They've got AMC notes, all right, and they're convertible. And I was sharing with everybody earlier that when we run up on January 27th from about 3 all the way up to 12, they converted their notes at that time on the 27th, okay? And then they began selling AMC shares. They got AMC shares. What did they get AMC shares at? $12 fucking dollars. When they converted, they got the price of AMC. And then they sold them all. Who'd they sell them to? Us. They sold some to me, I know for sure, because I bought them at 40 fucking 2. Bastards.
There's a Richie Rich down here in the comments says, was buying HYMC necessary? I think that it wasn't necessary. It was the fact they were helping them out. I think it's, like the same thing with the Netflix deal. There's a lot of deals that are done to help each other out because they're all in the same circles. They all pretty much, scrub each other's back. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really realize. The Netflix deal, I brought up not too long ago because it was asked by Takari. I think Takari's in here. now that in fact I know he's in here, Dakari 916. I believe he's the one that asked me, hey, he sent me some information regarding the Netflix deal. And going back, AMC spent $450 million on this Netflix deal for Glass Onion to show it in the theaters for 1 week. And that was it. And that was just wasting money. They made $15 million off $450 million. Absolutely ridiculous deal. And it's things like that where, you got to question Adam Aaron, wouldn't it be nice to have that right now in cash or in the war chest? Having I think it's 1.131 billion, 1.35 billion, something like that. Right now, 450 million, $500 million was just wasted in a week. It's just insane, man. It's just money being siphoned.
I was going to make the point earlier, and I'm glad you're here because we talk about this. Listen, I was reading the paperwork, and this is what Antara said, okay, that they understood that AMC was fixing to go bankrupt. That if they hadn't have sold Ape, they made $400 million. If they hadn't have done that, AMC would have only had $16 million to operate on. And that's not enough. We would have been dead. So he sold the Ape. He made $400 million. I don't have a problem with that. What I got a problem with is when you're trying to convince me, well, we only would have had $16 million to operate on. Yes, motherfuckers, because y'all gave yourself $100 million worth of bonuses. So you would have had an extra $100 million if you hadn't been giving all of yourself bonuses. So you would have had $116 million that year and that quarter. So I say it like this because that's the way we talk in prison. Don't step to me with that. You step to me with that, I'm gonna bust you up because you took up $100 million while AMC was closed for a year. They all gave themselves bonuses. They gave themselves invested shares. You love this company. And you did that. I don't believe it.
And plus you didn't buy any shares.
I wouldn't have done it. Why? Because I love this company. This company's struggling. Well, let's show our dedication. We're not taking bonuses. We're not taking compensation. We're not taking vesting until this shit is done with the debt. He won't tell us. You own your own business?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, I used to own my own business, and I had to get into a contract with somebody, and I didn't like this motherfucker. And just as soon as I could get out of the contract and get him kicking rocks, I was better off. Well, that's the same thing with this debt. All right. These notes that we keep paying and man, fuck that. Take some money and buy that fucking note back and get it out of there so we have to quit paying it. They dragging it on because they want to hold the notes. And they get a payment, small payments, get a payment. This is a good example for everybody. And they get a small interest payment till the stock runs. When the stock runs, they convert their shares into AMC shares and they sell it on the open market to us. Now, I said, now, listen up to that. This is how it's going to work with us. Same way. We are waiting on it to run up. Man, goddamn, though, there's no way it can run up what we need it to. I don't think it's possible. If I just had the money I bought with the $42 a share AMCs, I would never make that money back. There's no fucking way AMC is gonna run up to $420. It ain't gonna happen. They won't let it happen.
Reading some of the comments here, I wouldn't mind the bonuses. I wouldn't mind, them taking bonuses or even, getting shares and so forth. If the way they dealt with Ontario, the inception of Ape, okay, when they brought in Ape, my biggest issue with that is the fact that they sold so low, 450. And when they had the opportunity to sell at 10, 1050, even at the retracement, I said this before, at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way down, they had all those opportunities. They take advantage of none of them because they don't want to change their mind because they premeditated, said, hey, we're going to wait a month. After the month is over, they don't want retail to think that they're the ones selling and pushing the price down. That is something I cannot buy. I cannot get down with it. I cannot understand it.
He claims he did that because he didn't want to piss us off.
That is bullshit, man. That is absolute bullshit.
Yes. No, let me tell you what's going on. It's the same thing with Antara. They had a deal with Antara. They once the ape situation was over with and it converted, AMC cannot sell any AMC shares for a month because Antara is going to be dumping theirs. And that was the condition Antara said. All right, we're going to buy all these on a couple of conditions. Number one, they will convert. And Adam Aaron said, ain't no problem with that. You're going to have voting power and you're going to be able to vote and say that this motherfucker converts. We're going to make sure it converts. Well, that was the number one concern for Antara. Make sure it converts. I'm buying this shit at 68 cents. And when it converts and it goes over to AMC, it's going to be worth right now $47. Fuck yeah, Antara wants that.
Yeah, 100%.
I want it. If I bought it at 68 cents, you motherfucking right. I want it to convert, go to 47. I'm going to sell my shit because I got it at 68 cents.
Space Ape says right here, those interviews with Trey were all a lie. You know, I think, I don't want to say it's a lie. I would say that it could be a setup. I think there's a lot of things. I mean, looking back into a lot of stuff, I know they call us like the second wave of YouTubers and so forth. That's fine. It is what it is. But, you know, it's understanding now what's going on. Is the ship at sail? Is it past? I do not think so. I think it's. Let me go down here in the comments real quick because Takari 916 pretty much 916 said this. He said, if AMC goes bankrupt, Amazon or Disney will buy it for sure. Now that is something I keep saying. I said it a long time ago. Is the fact that if AMC starts getting to the point where they get in trouble, where they need to go like BK or need to be bought out, a company, somebody big, a conglomerate's going to come in. They're going to buy them. They'll buy them up and take care of, because not only for the name but just what they have. I know they have debt and so forth, but you got. I mean, how much has anybody ever looked into the amount of debt that Disney has? It's astronomical, man. It makes AMC just chump change, right? The amount of debt that Disney has in some of these companies is crazy.
Disney don't have the money. Now Amazon, but here's the thing. When a company wants to buy another company, like say Amazon, if Amazon decided, fuck it, I want to buy AMC. Well, they go to AMC and they open the books and they see the truth. Okay. Amazon sees the truth. That's what happened with FTX. Somebody, I think it was Binance that wanted to buy FTX, and they opened the books. And then they shut the books and they said, fuck this. And they went short FTX because they looked at the books and they said, oh no, y'all's books are fucked up. Can you imagine if somebody wanted to buy AMC and they opened the books at AMC and go, holy fuck, almost every broker is tapped out in shares. I mean, there was a point when Apex had 513 million shares of AMC. They were claiming.
That's the Webull, right? You're saying
that's Webull is part of Apex. Yeah.
Okay.
At that point, they went in through Webull, whoever did it, the hacker or whoever did it. They went in through Webull and was able to use their API to find out how many shares Apex was holding. And I got the chart and it showed 513 million. I said, that's it. When all these brokers reach the top, that's when they take the buy button away. That was why I called it a rolling blackout. It's a financial rolling blackout. When Webull hit the top where they could not claim that we can find a share anymore, that means you've hit the top of the float. They took the buy button. Now expect this. They're going to start taking the buy button again. Once this lawsuit's over with,
I think they will.
They're going to take the buy button and they're going to take the sell button. I told people that. I did a video about rolling blackouts, and I'll have to pull it up and do another video on it. But they don't just take the buy button, they take the sell button too. And you're not able to sell, but you're not able to sell for just a little while to where they can get the float back down that they're claiming.
Right.
And then maybe the next day they'll turn it back on.
Was that something like didn't they do that to MMTLP? They said just have it on reserve? Or
they did it to AMC. They did it to AMC. What we were seeing, and I told everybody before it started, I said, this is what they're fixing to do. I figured it out. They're fixing to take the buy button because they can't afford you to sell. If AMC runs to 12, your buy button will disappear. You're not going to be able. Maybe in Fidelity you'll be able to sell, but you're not going to be able to sell at Charles Schwab. Why?
Okay.
Because they're not able to take on all of them sell orders. Too many people hitting the sell button at one time, so they'll take the motherfucker. And they done it. They showed me they'll do it, and I knew they was going to do it, and I know they're going to do it again. If this bitch runs, the buy button disappears.
Man, I think if something like that happens, I mean, it's already happened in January 2021. I remember that day. I mean, a lot of people remember that day. That's when I started, that a few days before that happened, I was at the AMC. I bought it because I watched a video from Trey. So I think I bought like 2,000 shares, or I don't know how much. It was a chunk. I used to buy it by the blocks. And obviously I never looked back since then, but I cannot see them. I literally cannot. I don't put anything past them, but I cannot see them taking away the buy button and the sell button at the same time with something like this. Now, I think truth be told, overall, when it comes to AMC, when it comes to GameStop, do I think something will happen? Do they have control of it? Yes, they have absolute control of it. But I think one thing they need to do is I think they need to cover their positions or cover their assets to some degree in order to let it run. They got to actually, if they're going to let it run, they're going to be on the same side of it running so they can make their money as well. But, I think there's so many questions, Mark, going back to this lawsuit. How's it going to pan out? Which way it's going to go? There's people that are absolutely 100% guaranteed it's going to pass and have the conversion and reverse split. And so for some reason, for me, I still have this little inkling that, what if it just stays pat? What if it doesn't happen? Does AMC need it? Yes, we need it. We need it definitely, right? But what if it doesn't happen? What is the outlook there? Because after Q2 coming up, Q3.
Okay. Let me talk about that. And the judge's power to say reverse split can happen, or we'll get to you in just a moment. She don't have the power to tell AMC not to do the reverse stock split. All right. That's a company thing. She has, that's not part of the lawsuit. The only thing a part of the lawsuit is the lawsuit fair, and is it good for retail investors? And we say no, because of the reverse stock split. Well, she can't stop the reverse stock split, but she can question and send it back for another vote. So we do good there, except for they're going to pass that bitch ass law. All no voters would have to show up, because if they pass that law, it's over with. It's over with. They're saying that it's going to be over with for this case, but I argue that if I'm on trial for burglary, and the max for burglary is 12 years, and while I'm on trial, they changed the law, and burglary is now 99 years. The judge can't sentence me to 99 years. I'm in the middle of my trial, so I get the benefit of the 12 years. Anybody behind me, they're fucked. They're going to get 99 years. Now, same thing with this case right here. We're already in court with this, so the new law should not apply to us. They're saying it will. That means they're going to make it retroactive. If they make it retroactive, I'm telling y'all now, they're doing that simply because of this play. If they make it retroactive.
Yes, basically come here and say the AMC shares you buy now are getting parked. That's been happening for quite some time. They've getting parked in big blocks, and what they do is that's been going on for, I would say, the better part of a year and a half. That's what's preventing a lot of, not only the dark pools, but off exchange. That's not even going through the lit exchange. Let's see what else we got here.
Listen, I call that unofficial halts. Now, you know what I see somebody commented about a halt.
Right.
You know what a halt means? That means you can't trade.
Right.
That means the price don't move. All right. Well, in this particular case, we're in an unofficial halt. They're not going to let APE run up. So we're in an unofficial halt. They're not going to they will let AMC run up, but they won't let APE run up. Why? Because you need APE as low as possible for the conversion.
Barcoding.
If APE run up to $4.70 and AMC's at $4.70 and they convert, they're not going to make no money.
Right.
So if you want to make money, listen close. If you want to make money, you got to figure out what their plan is to make money. And once you know what their plan is, working in this play is as simple as child's play. I know how they're planning on making their money. They're going to keep APE low. They're probably, somebody just asked me, would it run before the court date? I would expect AMC to have a little run, but they have to be careful. They can let it run maybe up to 6, maybe up to 7, and that's it. Because over that, too many people will be hitting the sell button. And that's the thing they're scared of the most, people. They're not afraid of us buying. They're afraid of us selling. If this bitch run up to $7 and 1 million of us sold everything we had, they couldn't handle them orders. They'd have to shut down and say, oh, we can't take your order right now. It'll be a day till we get some more money. They're out of money.
I wanted to float and read my comments about Trey. Richie Rich is the only to float and read my comments about Trey. Let's see. Let's see.
I thought you did.
I thought I did too. I'm trying to go back a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm might be too far
too.
back. Oh, okay. Here it goes.
I'm scrolling.
Richie Rich, he pretty much says, how did AMC vote on the creation of APE years before they knew about it? But the name APE was created with Trey. Weasel Trades. Where'd it go? Let's see. And
let me explain to you how they created that with a shareholder vote. Okay. They don't mean that they sold AMC onto the market and then they took a vote and decided, okay, we're going to do it. No, the shareholder vote they're talking about is Adam Aaron had shares, Philip Lauder had shares, the people on the board had shares, and they voted to do this and turned it into the SEC. So that's why it's in the initial, original orders of papers of incorporation, because the board voted on that. And well, that's not right. They said shareholders. They're shareholders. So technically, they're telling the truth when they say shareholders voted to do this. You talking about you, motherfucker? Of course y'all voted for it. But it's not a bad thing. Listen, if I was CEO, I'd be, boy, look, we'd be out of debt with these apes. Ape is an awesome fucking idea.
It was.
If he would attach just a 5-cent dividend to it, it's not much. But some people could have made $50 a month off of that, $60 a month, $30. It's not a lot, but hey, in my world, every penny counts.
A lot of people are chiming in right now.
Yeah, we got William here. Let's hear what you mind talking to William real quick while I run to the bathroom?
Not good. Where's William at?
They want me to get a bottle. I'm like, I don't work for Amazon. You know, Amazon makes some of their employees do that, huh? If you're on that assembly line, you piss in a bottle, you don't go to the bathroom.
Are you serious?
Fucking work stuff. Yeah. When I read that, I'm like, God damn, you can't get no more sweatshop than that.
That is crazy, man.
You don't even have a bathroom break, bitch. Piss where you at.
Hey, go ahead, handle your business, man.
All right, I'm gonna turn this on. Chat with William for just a minute, and I'll be right back.
All right, for sure,
What's up, Will? You coming on live?
Hello.
What's up, William? How you doing, man?
Hearing about the whole Amazon thing, it reminds me of UPS drivers that died of heat stroke. And there was even one that I knew that actually had heat stroke, and luckily he was able to go to the hospital for that. But I actually got my letter. I'm going to be sending it out pretty soon. It wasn't so much of a wasn't so much an objection as it is a proposal. I mean, I don't know if you were here for that either prior live stream. I was a little bit heated in that one, I suppose. Did you watch that live stream by any chance?
The one that you guys are previously on? If it happened in the last 4 days, I've been completely MIA until today.
Oh, okay.
It was my daughter's birthday.
Yeah,
my birthday.
Because APE is a great thing, and I even had a proposal to do like a reverse split on APE, but not introduce it in the comment unless we say so. Have it like a 100 for 1 reverse split for Ape.
I'll give y'all a cookie to hold y'all over.
Yeah, but have it to where they can issue it as a dividend. But another thing I was also wanting to come on is what I'm would have been researching online is apparently they're selling the rights back to George Lucas for Star Wars from Disney.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's actually absolutely hilarious after they pretty much destroyed the canon on there, because he actually had a whole different take on how he was actually going to present that story.
Yeah, George Lucas.
The thing is before he actually released the movie, did you hear how they actually saved Star Wars? There were people that he had introduced it to, and they said, it was completely cut in ways that didn't fit. And he actually took that constructive criticism, and they were able to make a very legendary movie. But then George Lucas took back over, and instead of having it reviewed before it came out, to improve it or take constructive criticism, because these are artists that are releasing these movies. And the best way to actually release a great movie is to take constructive criticism as an artist, unless you're just going to release crap. And
look, I'm glad to hear George Lucas is going to take it back over. I don't know about this new one that's coming out. I read something about it that they were going to turn Luke Skywalker into where
a woman?
he was investigating what it would be like to be gay. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all are fixing to really make Luke Skywalker bisexual. And I just couldn't deal with it. And I think to myself, I'm like, why are you boycotting Bud Light, but you won't boycott Disney? Don't go to Disney. You putting the next Frozen 3, I think it is. She's going to have a life partner. And the story is built upon how she was a strong, independent woman and didn't need a man. And I'm thinking to myself, now, motherfuckers, if y'all do that to Frozen, that'll be the end of y'all. Because Frozen is so popular.
Well,
was it Obi-Wan Kenobi? I knew one of them was going to be gay.
Hey, really quick, let me jump into something real quick. I got Richie Rich in here. He actually asked this question. I want to touch on it before it's midnight. I know it's late for you guys. I got to get going in a little bit, but Richie Rich pretty much asked. He says, "What's my new thoughts?" Where's it at? Right here. My new thoughts on XRP. And let me talk about XRP just for a brief second. I'm going to just go over a couple things. I'm a big XRP guy. I hold no crypto positions, and I won't in near future, anytime soon, I'm not going to hold any crypto, because I believe there's still going to be a lot of regulation, a lot of things going on with the crypto market. So for me, I'm straight liquid in crypto. But one thing I do believe is that right now the crypto market cap is actually $1.05 trillion. I think it'll probably drop about $200 billion overall, and there's going to be a downside in the crypto market. And with that being said, I do see XRP going back down to the 30s, possibly the 20s again, once we have the downside. I was talking in one of my previous videos about CRE, the commercial real estate market, and that's going to have a major impact on the economy. And over the next 18 months, you're going to see cryptocurrency also take a massive hit. And again, I don't have a time frame, but I think it's going to be in the ballpark of 18 months. Now, do I believe in crypto? Where I'm going to get back in? Absolutely, 100%. But right now, there's more than 25,000 coins out or cryptos out in the market, which is saturated, way too many. But when this happens, I think that there's going to be a point where all of these are going to be pretty much just evaporated and gone. And when it comes to coins that could be of use, XRP, HBAR, XLM, to name a few, they're going to be out there. And that's when I start investing, when it's like dirt cheap at the bottom and possibly the beginning stages of another bull run. So XRP, I know right now the hype is buy XRP, is going to go to all these heights. Again, It's you buy the rumor, you sell the news. I don't buy it. I'm staying away from it. To me, it's like it runs 24/7, 365, and you have no idea when the bottom's going to fall out. So for me, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I sold all my stuff at the top and made a good amount of money. All that money stays in the accounts, and I'm sort of just hanging back, waiting for my time to get back into crypto. And I don't see it coming anytime soon because of the downside of the market, we have not reached the bottom yet. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm actually going to go to sleep. I got the babies waking up in a few hours. You guys have a good night. God bless.
Go ahead, family man. Do your thing, family man.
And take it easy. I love everybody.
Love and appreciate you.
You, man. Thank you. Take care.
A lot of what I see with the crypto market, I think it's a lot of U.S. regulation and trying to basically strong arm and become world dominant over that. It's the regulations that they're trying to implement. And if they take control over something like that, they'll be able to tax the living hell out of it. So I think, honestly, they should lose on that world stage. It should be a world or a global thing to where
you're talking.
Oh, go ahead.
When you're talking about the SEC wanting to regulate crypto and what's going on right now, the way I see that, and I'm just a simple man. That's like my next door neighbor telling me I need to cut my grass, and his shit's this high.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to regulate my grass, and you can't keep your grass straight. And that's the way I feel about the SEC. You want to regulate crypto, bitch, first straighten up the stock market, then worry about my grass.
Before making any investments, don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Because
now do you see how you started laughing when I said that? That's the kind of shit. If you read my objections, I've got little bits of humor in there to where when you're reading it, it's not boring. I'm reading this fucking one from called the form objection, and it's so fucking boring. I just want to throw it in the garbage. But if you throw a little humor in there, like if they was going to argue about the right of Gary Gensler regulating, I say he's trying to control my grass, and his grass is out of control. People would laugh at that. The person would laugh at that, and that's what makes good legal writing. You write it. When I was writing that, I told ChatGPT, I said, okay, make it as if the CEO is evil and he's trying to destroy and crush retail investors. By the time that ChatGPT got through with that, it was like dramatic. And I'm like, now this is what I was wanting to say. Because it's drama. It keeps you pulled in. Take it easy, man.
All right, you guys have a good night. Take it easy. All right, see ya. Bye.
See you in the morning. When he's waking up and I'm still going. Will, what's going on, Big Will? I got your email.
Yeah. And I did revise. I revised it because I kind of wrote it pretty passionately, and that was without ChatGPT. I wrote all that myself.
Well, see, I do too.
Yeah, I think ChatGPT is a great tool. I just felt like that had to come from the heart.
Now, the other day when I was writing a response, there it is. When I was writing this response to these motions from Allegheny, ChatGPT wasn't working. It was down. So I had to rely on my knowledge. And like you said, write with my passion, this, without ChatGPT. Now, I could take this after I'm done and ask ChatGPT to enhance it a little, and it does. But you have to have the passion.
Yeah, and also know the story. Because
and know the story.
Yeah, because how long I've been in this is February 1st, 2021. That's when I started buying, and I haven't stopped since.
I'm still with you.
Yeah. But I also
June.
Yeah, since I work in shipping, I also had to find the last 4 digits of the zip code. But if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to go to the AMC investor submissions, right, over in New York. Or I'll kind of bring it up.
Okay,
that's where it's supposed to go, right? I'll read it out. It's 1251 1251 Avenue of the Americas, New York.
Is that, yeah.
Okay, so that's the correct place. Okay. Yeah, I'll be sending that out tomorrow.
That's for AMC?
Yeah, that's for the AMC for the court.
Yeah. Something American Way, 500 American Way or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's I have it as 1251 Avenue of the Americas. I pulled that from the for the objections, but it's already too late for me to object. It's at least going to be considered for the court as a possible way to it'll at least be entered on the record.
Right. If you're late, the judge said you could send your objection. Yours is going to be a good one to send in. Why? Because it differs from everybody else's.
Yeah.
Now they don't need another 100 people filing an objection that I filed. They don't need that. Now, if you have something original like William, then yes, it would be worth you following through, sending it in, and making sure the judge sees it, because she said she'll see it.
Yeah, because I at least want them to see that proposal, because the way they're setting all this up, it's more beneficial for them, not so much for us, because we have to buy the shares. These guys get issued shares.
That's right. Adam Aaron talks that shit. I'm the biggest shareholder. Bitch, you have not bought one share.
Exactly. He sold shares and back in 2021.
I was working every day, and every week I got paid. I would buy AMC shares with it.
Yep, same here.
Every week. Nobody gave me nothing. Nobody's going to help me with this. This is something but they have access to, and that's another thing. Do you realize? Ooh, that's a good point, common sense investor. They can't vest themselves any more shares. They cannot vest themselves any more shares. Can somebody tell me why I just come up with that? I need to write that shit down, make a video about it. See, that's the thing. If I was one of them ones that could hold the phone up, I'd say, hey, I just had this thought. AMC cannot get vested shares right now. Does anybody know why? Can you tell me why? The cap is full.
Yeah.
They cannot add to the float, so they can't give themselves extra shares because there's no room in the float. Man, there's so many reasons, backdoor reasons why they need this reverse stock split. The float is sold. That's right.
Yeah.
So you cannot vest yourself 10,000 shares of AMC. Why? Because there's no AMC shares to vest.
Yeah, most of it's awarded through their stock plans whenever they have to basically pay themselves. I'm not saying that nobody shouldn't get paid, but having to watch this go from as high as it went all the way down.
You don't deserve $20 million for 2021 when the theaters were not even open. Not even open.
Yeah, most of them weren't open. I mean,
and you paid yourself $20 million.
Yeah, places like Texas, Florida, most of those places kind of reopened, but in all honesty, with all these shutdowns that they had, I guess they didn't really get too much relief from the government, or at least on these. I know there was the PPP loans, but good Lord, it was absolutely just it destroyed us. It really did, and it's only going to have future ramifications that these guys cannot see.
No. These people think 6 moves ahead. They think that far ahead. So I had a struggle. I had to figure out where they were at and get ahead of them. Figure out what their hustle is and get out ahead of it. And listen, It's very simple. If the judge rules the vote, not ape, if the judge rules the vote was wrong and illegal, she sends it back to AMC to do another vote. So then we got to represent, because once she does that, the new law will be in effect, and we have to win that vote. I believe, honestly, I think that's probably the route she'll take. I've asked Chance, but she hasn't responded yet. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, because on page on the second page is like, as you'll see with my brokerage statement, I'm long on this stock, so I do believe the company has the ability to grow. However, that being stated, I and others don't appreciate in being belittled or mocked as investors, thinking I or anyone else has been investing since 2021 or small investors with a small voice. Doing the math.
Well, look, that's good writing.
Yeah.
That's good writing, Will.
Yeah, because the way they belittled and mocked us is though, it's like, okay, so you bought 200 shares at $72 a piece. It's like, oh, but your voice is little. It's like that's just like,
but the way you phrased it is, it's drawing the reader in now. And that's how you write good shit.
Yeah, I mean, show some professional courtesy at least.
Yes. You don't have to be. Let me tell you something. The judge gets tired of legalese every single day. And when she gets a new proposal or a new whatever, like yours or mine, that's entertaining, that draws her in, that makes her start thinking with questions, is this right?
Yeah,
that's good writing.
Yeah, because there's a certain smugness to that, or just like this ivory tower attitude towards us.
That's their attitude. Yeah, they have an ivory.
Disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
And she hates it too. She hates it that they're doing this to us. Read some more to us.
Oh, okay. With a small voice, doing the math from my statement, you'll see my cash position was a lot higher in 2021 than it is today. So certain people in the court should show some professional courtesy. Most of AMC's sold back in 2021 and has been awarded more shares off the backs of retail and institutional investors. The board gets issued and awarded shares. For me and others, we don't get that luxury. As investors, I have to buy shares and I own in a cash account. I'm not saying people shouldn't get paid, but don't mock and belittle those who saved this company.
That's right. Dude, that's good writing. God damn, that's good writing.
Yeah, because I think
if I would have known you was that good a writer, I would have taken my objection and let you take a look at it.
Yeah.
Now, you might not have found but maybe one or two lines that you might add. You might have found 25. I don't know. But iron sharp as iron. My objection could have been a little bit stronger had I give it to you, because that's good writing, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because the thing is like, I think Andrew Tate said it best. He actually hates hedge funds, that he finds them to be the scum of the earth.
Hedge funds. And look, it wasn't supposed to be that way. A hedge fund is exactly what the title's supposed to mean. They hedge your money and pretty much protect it during market volatility and stuff. But they're not doing that anymore. It's turned into a monster.
It's turned into a Bernie Madoff monster, but it was on steroids.
On steroids. I said that the other day. I said, Adam Aaron makes Bernie Madoff look like a punk.
Yeah. And what you were saying about Ken Griffin last night, yeah, he's basically the next Bernie Madoff, but it's actually a lot worse than people think. Those securities sold, not yet purchased, it is going to backfire in ways they can't believe. But the problem is if DeSantis was actually to make him the treasurer, that's it. That's it for everybody.
That's it. And look, they're setting it up now. Who do you think started the rumor against Gary Gensler?
Most likely Ken Griffin.
Citadel. It was Citadel. I got the article. It was Citadel.
Yeah.
Citadel complained against Gary Gensler. So then you got to ask, if Gary Gensler and Ken Griffin are like this, why would Ken Griffin all of a sudden do this?
Yeah. That
he's trying to get that office. He's trying to get that fucking office.
And I know everybody don't. I mean, whatever people think of Trump, Ken Griffin also ripped on Trump too. So,
well, here's the thing about Trump. When politics is a dirty, dirty game.
Yeah, and
if you done anything from the time you was 12 years old, them motherfuckers gonna find that dirt on you.
Yeah,
and
politics is a very dirty game, and
they've never found any dirt. Now they've tried to create dirt, but they've never found anything that was a smoking gun that would point to Trump and say that he was wrong. They said he evicted some people. Well, he's a businessman. Pay your fucking rent.
Yeah. I'm not to say Trump is human. He makes mistakes just like any of us. Look at all the management positions that he put up. Anthony Fauci. I'll put it as simple as that. I mean, that dude with his lying mouth has caused more damage to this country than anybody else ever could.
God. What Anthony Fauci's guilty of.
Especially with the beagles. Do you remember the beagle story? How he was experimenting with the fly?
Yeah, with the dogs.
Yeah.
Now they got one. Who they said was experimenting with cats. Oh, we paid all that money to Russia. We got cats on a treadmill. We got fucking shrimp on a treadmill. We pay $100 million to see how long a fucking shrimp can run on a treadmill.
Anybody thinking that Biden is innocent? Oh, no, hell no. I mean, if you look at what his son was paying in rent, it's on public record, by the way, $40,000+ a month for rent, $40,000+, and then saying that he did not have business dealing with his son, Burisma. I mean, seriously, people, look it up. I'm somebody that was watching Tim Pool long time ago, but the thing is Tim Pool was a stepping stone compared to what I've had to do research on, and I had to find everything on a much deeper level, and I'm actually finding stuff before Tim Pool even remotely reports on it these days. And I mean, I'm at least 6 months ahead of Tim Pool before he was even reporting on any of this stuff.
There was somebody in my group that was asking, how many shares does Adam Aaron own? I found out tonight how many shares Adam Aaron owns. 8,955,000.
Yeah. And considering he's made $40+ million off those sales, I don't really think he's going to be too affected by what happens to how many position or how big his position is after a reverse split. Because he's already
this dude's got 9 million shares of AMC.
Yeah. How many shares of Highcroft does he own?
How many did he buy? I could tell you that because it was up there. A lot. But my point is this: you got 9 million shares, 8,995,000. So 9 million. He's got 9 million shares. How many did he buy? How many of them 9 million shares did Adam Aaron buy?
He was awarded those shares.
He was awarded them. He did read your thing again. Motherfucker, I go to work every day and buy this shit, and this man is robbing us blind.
Yeah. He gets paid in shares as well as his standard paycheck.
Yeah. And the paycheck, good God, man. How much does a motherfucker think they worth? Can we get rid of AA before the next vote?
I think that Discovery needs to come out to where most of this needs to be exposed. So this way, at least the shareholder base knows exactly what happened behind the scenes. Because the one thing as you stated, we can't stand a thief when he can't stand a liar, especially if that person is dirty. And I'm not going to advocate for that, but like advocate in like the whole violence or any of that other crap. But the thing is I just want at least discovery, so this way I know the truth of exactly what happened. But the thing is we're having to dig and dig and dig and dig and actually come up with these scenarios ourselves. But most of it is all made sense, because when has it become from a conspiracy theory to a spoiler alert? How many spoiler alerts do we have to release before the public actually catches on?
Before the theory is a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
He said Rico, common sense beats intelligence, says Rico will get rid of him. That's why I added it.
Yeah.
And that's why I told the judge.
Yeah.
And I gave her case law. It's her responsibility to see if these crimes exist. If they did do this, then that's a federal law. They're going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah, because I still haven't sold any of my HYMC. Believe me, I've been tempted plenty of times, but I
have not even looked. I think it's over here on Moo. I got my Highcroft over on Moo.
Yeah, because my initial goal, as it was before, was to reach 10,000 shares. Right now I'm at 4,700. So I'm still, kind of inching in there a little bit by a little bit. But I don't know when or if a reverse split is going to happen, or if it depends if we could trade 10 days above $1. But that also depends if Moderate's going to drop more shares once it hits 60 cents. Because they initially got in, and that stock was trading at around 13, but it's a lot of predatory lending as well as loaning out shares in order to make money. And that's what a lot of these vultures have done.
I am down 3% on my Highcroft on Moo. I don't even open them apps. I just bought them shares and say, fuck it.
Yeah. For me, I'm on Fidelity. I haven't switched once. I mean, I haven't had, they're a bit of a clunky style brokerage, but I still go through Fidelity.
L Cool says Highcroft is garbage. Never touched it. Listen, Highcroft was at 50 cents. It run up to
I think it was like 60 something cents.
Well, I'm just saying, when it run up to $1, there was a lot of profit to be made there.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody tells you if anybody tells you to just hold.
Yeah, don't get married to a position.
I got married to AMC, and look at the situation I'm in.
Yeah.
If I would have sold, I never had an opportunity to sell AMC because I bought it at 42 and it continued to go down.
Yeah.
But I got shares at like when it was 12 and it run back up to 18. All right. Well, I could have sold them shares I bought at 12 for a fucking profit.
Yeah. There's another tool that I use called insiderviz.com. And this is kind of what you can pull up right here. It'll show
Bear said
all
hello.
the trades.
Bear saying hello.
Hello, Bear. But you had that, and then let's see.
Every stock, listen, you're going to think every stock is garbage if you buy it and it goes down. And you're going to be like me. When I started investing again, I bought the pandemic plays, 3M with the mask. They were selling masks. I said 3M, boom, bought it, made a profit. Well, I thought I was a stock market genius. Then I found AMC. And I've been stuck in this motherfucker ever since.
Yeah, for me, I averaged down when I could, but when it started running like crazy, I had no money to put in something like that. But at the same time, I also had to watch it bleed off over the next. I guess you could say we're in year 3 now.
Almost.
I'm getting pretty close.
You're getting close to 3.
I also do remember that the market does run in cycles. So we'll see when the next cycle hits.
Let's see this question here, and then I got to go walk the dogs. I love my stock. I love the dream of it. If I sell it and it mow asses, I'll be sick. So I'll keep it forever. That's exactly how all of us feel. I love the stock. Morant's Rants asked me one time, if I would have heard him and heard the evidence about Adam Aaron a year ago, what would I have done? And I told him nothing. I wouldn't have done nothing. I wouldn't have believed him.
Yeah.
Why? Because I was holding on to the dream that I had. Fuck the facts. I had a dream.
Yeah, that's
well. I woke up from the dream and it was a fucking nightmare.
That's like whenever I was starting to buy into GameStop when it started hitting a little bit lower, and then it hit a little lower, and then a little lower, and then a little lower. Back when it was like $260. So yeah, I know the pain you're talking about.
When I watch Cowboy Clown, all right, and he's got certain things that he says, and one of the things that he says is stuck with me, and is just because a stock is cheap don't make it a good investment. Also, you want to be careful of buying in a run-up, because that's exactly what happened to me and people in GameStop. Boy, the people in GameStop must be punished right now, because a lot of them bought into the 200s and 300s.
Yep,
and they
I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, and you got to get it all the way back over there before it can make you any money.
But hey,
so
I'm also long on the stock.
A dream turned into a nightmare.
Yeah, it has definitely been a nightmare to hold it that long. But with it, with me being long the stock, if it ever does run in a way to where I can actually see some pretty good profits and get out, then hey, I don't see any good reason to award a, IRS, since they've been funneling billions of dollars into other countries and other foreign wars, but not even focusing on this country. Because have they fixed Flint, Michigan yet? Or any of these other roads that are just decaying and being destroyed? Have they put any back into our infrastructure? Well, hell, they even shut down Keystone, but they decided through the whole environmental thing, let's go ahead and blow up Nord Stream 2 and then put millions of gallons of oil into the ocean. But virtue signal our environmental change. Yeah.
You know what's sad? And I was one of these people that I'm about to talk about. There's people that get up every morning, drink their coffee, go to work, come home, eat their dinner, watch a little TV, go to sleep, go to bed. You never even worry about this shit. If you ask 90, 100 people, maybe 30 of them will know about the Nord Stream and the pipe.
Yeah, and the original person that had actually found all this information, they smeared and drug them through the mud through the media. Or we should actually start calling it the propaganda machine.
Yeah, all of it's propaganda.
A legitimate journalist, a actual legit journalist, they just drug them through the mud. And then,
all right, well, I'm tired and we've been on for 2.5 hours. I got to go walk the dogs.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
You gonna come back? You gonna come back?
Yeah. I got your tab pinned on my desktop app. I don't get notifications, but I'll watch it for it.
Next time I'm on, get ready to read a little bit more of your proposal. Let us know that you got it sent in, and
the
process.
I'm going to be sending it in through my work. I actually work in shipping, so that's how I was able to find the last 4 digits of that zip code.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I'll see you again. Get ready. We want to hear some more about your proposals. I love that. I love your writing, dude. That's some good ass writing.
Yeah.
And look, you didn't even go to Harvard.
No, but I did go to trade school.
Yeah, that's what I went to a theological school.
Yeah.
Does it matter where I got my education? No, I'm just a smart motherfucker.
Yeah.
Though. With that, I'll talk to you later, my friend.
Yep. Have a good night.
Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see you then. You got 30 minutes. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Yeah, you got 30 minutes till you got 30 minutes to pre-market.
Yep. Of course, I got to get going to bed.
All right. Love y'all. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next